Hello students, in this video we are going to do the explanation of Act 2, Scene 3, 4 and 5. So without wasting any further time, let's quickly get down to the explanation of the texts from Act 2, Scene 3. Now this scene takes place in Venice, where we can say Act 3, 4 and 5, Scene 3, 4 and 5, and we'll be doing this. You'll come to know they are in very close connection to each other because it seems as if they are in continuity. Act 3, Scene 3 and Scene 5 are always connected to Scene 4, although they are taking place at different venues, but they are all in Venice, and that is why we can say they can be called as very related, connected scenes of this particular act. Now Act 2, if you remember Scene 2, Bassanio told Lancelot to go back to his old master and bid farewell to him. We are not told or informed by Shakespeare what happened to Gobbo midway, but in this Act 2 Scene 3, somewhere here we see that it is continuation of that, where Lancelot goes back to Shylock's house and he is here to bid farewell to Jessica. But he is alone with Jessica and his father Gobbo is not there, neither we can see Shylock. So here we see Jessica's speech is, "I'm sorry, thou wilt leave my father so. Our house is hell, and thou, a merry devil, didst rob it of some taste of tediousness. But fare thee well." She is saying, "I'm very sorry that even you are leaving my father's house, because our house is just like a hell, and there was little relief over here, and that was you who could bring little relief in this very bad conditions over here, atmosphere here around in this house. You were the only source of relief, joy, laughter that I had, and now you are taking away that relief also from my house. So you are robbing me of the only source of relief and laughter that I had." So that is why she is very sad, and she says, "जब तुम यहाँ से सारी चीजें ले जा रहे हो अपने साथ, जो भी सुख शांति या happiness जो मुझे थोड़ी सी मिलती थी, still I would say that goodbye, may you do all well." And then she comes up with her own personal reason or personal work that she wants Lancelot to do for her as a favor. She says, "There is a ducat for thee." This is not a parting gift. This is basically, in a way you can say, it is like a bribe. वो उसको अपना कुछ काम करवा रही है, उसके लिए वो उसको एक ducat दे रही है. And then as she gives the ducat, she says, "And Lancelot, soon at supper shalt thou see Lorenzo, who is thy new master's guest." At the supper time, रात को डिनर के टाइम पे फीस्ट में, in Bassanio's feast, you will see a gentleman named Lorenzo. He is your new master Bassanio's guest over there in the feast. Give him this letter, do it secretly, and so farewell. उसको she gives a particular letter and says, उसको ये letter secretly दे देना, किसी को पता ना चले, कोई देखे ना, and that is probably a message from Jessica to Lorenzo. "I would not have my father see me in talk with thee," because she fears that her father, if he sees this, he will be asking her a lot of questions. Why was she talking to Lancelot? What was she telling him? And what was he telling her? Or what was the reason why he came here? So she wanted to avoid all those things because she feared maybe her plan to run away with Lorenzo from her house might be revealed. This is what we come to know later onwards, that she has a plan of eloping with Lorenzo. Lancelot says, "Adieu, tears exhibit my tongue, most beautiful pagan, most sweet Jew." He is very sad because he is leaving, and Jessica was one whom he was quite, you can say, related or connected to. And in this house, as he is leaving, he says that you are very gentle lady, and you are the only person over here who is very good, and you are a sweet Jew. Though it was in this play, accordingly, you can say Jews are always considered to be shrewd and sly, but over here he is mentioning Jessica as one of the sweetest Jew. And then he says that I want to say something, but the tears are about to come and they are stopping me from saying something. "If a Christian do not play the knave and get thee, I am much deceived. Now here we get this idea that Lancelot knows that Lorenzo and Jessica are seeing each other, and that is why, without naming him, he says, if the Christian fellow deceives you, then I will be deceived, because I totally trust and believe that you will be saved only if the Christian fellow plays the trick on Shylock, your father, and takes you away from this house, from this particular bondage. But adieu, these foolish drops do somewhat drown my manly spirit. Adieu, he says, but I will not say anything further, because I am not able to say anything, because he is about to cry. And you must have experienced, when you are about to cry and your emotions are about to come, you feel a lump in your throat and you are not able to say anything. The same thing is happening with him, and he says, these foolish drops are drowning my manly spirit, because in those days it was considered that weeping and crying a woman can do, but a man should not be doing this, otherwise he won't be considered a brave or a courageous man. So that is, a manly spirit is being drowned because he is about to cry. He is trying to control his crying. Jessica says, farewell, good Lancelot, and then Lancelot exits. After that, she is saying a sort of soliloquy. We have seen earlier Lancelot's soliloquy. This is the second soliloquy here. She says, alack, what heinous sin it is in me to be ashamed to be my father's child. But though I am a daughter to his blood, I am not to his manners. What a bad thing I have done. I don't know what bad thing I have done that I should feel ashamed of being my father's daughter. ये मेरा सबसे बड़ा क्या गुनाह है कि जिसकी वजह से मुझे अपने बाप की बेटी होने पर ही शर्मिंदा होना पड़ रहा है, या I feel insulted because of that, feel ashamed of that. But I might be a daughter to him, but in other ways I am not at all like him, especially in manners, attitude, behavior and personality. O Lorenzo, if thou keep promise, I shall end this strife, become a Christian and thy loving wife. Now she wishes, oh Lorenzo, if you could just come and take me away from this house, I will end this conflict, and then onwards I will no longer be a Jew or a Jew's daughter. I will become a Christian and a Christian's wife. So I will be away from all this particular conflict of being Shylock's daughter, tagged as Shylock's daughter. With this, we come to the end of this particular scene. It's a short scene which gives us a brief idea of the elopement plan of Lorenzo and Jessica. Here we see in Act 2, Scene 4. Act 2, Scene 4 is basically, you can say, very connected to it, I told you earlier, because here directly we see all the friends of Lorenzo and he himself are having a conversation, and there Lancelot enters with the same letter with which Jessica has given to him. So here again it is a street in Venice where all the friends, Gratiano, Lorenzo, Salarino and Salanio, they are all in conversation, and Lorenzo says, nay, we will slink away in supper time, disguise us at my lodging and return all in an hour. This is the planning they are making for the runaway thing, for the elopement. He says, Lorenzo's, at the supper time we will all go out from the feast, and at my place, at my house, we will all disguise ourselves, and then after taking Jessica from her house, we will again return to the same party. All this would be done within an hour. Gratiano says, we have not made good preparations. अभी तो तैयारियां भी पूरी नहीं हुई हैं कैसे इस प्लान को एग्जीक्यूट करना है. And Salarino says, we have not spoke us yet of torch bearer. You usually had a torch bearer जो आपकी मशाल पकड़ के आगे चलेंगे लाइट दिखाने के लिए. Those servants were to be arranged. So he says, we have not even prepared for them also, made arrangements for them. Salanio says, 'tis vile, unless it may be quaintly ordered and better in my mind not undertook. He says it is very disgusting if we are not having proper plannings, and proper execution of the plan cannot be done with proper arrangements. So if we have not done the arrangements, in my view, it is better we should not execute this particular thing. Lorenzo says, 'tis now but 4 o'clock. We have 2 hours to furnish us. It is 4 o'clock. We are going to do this by 6 o'clock in the evening. So we still have 2 hours to make all the arrangements that we require by that time of all that particular plan. At this time enters Lancelot with a letter, and Lorenzo greets him and says, friend Lancelot, what's the news? What is the news that you have brought? Lancelot, he is saying in a general term. So Lancelot answers to it and says, And it shall please you to break up this, it shall seem to signify. He's handing him a letter and says, you break the seal of this letter, and that will tell you, that will reveal you what news I have come with. Lorenzo takes it and opens the letter and says, while he's reading, he says, I know the hand, in faith, 'tis a fair hand, and whiter than the paper it writ on, is the fair hand that writ. He says, I know this hand. Here he's talking about the handwriting, and then he comes to the hand literally, and says it is a fair hand, a white hand. Why? Because during those days, papers were usually parchment papers, or basically you can say yellowish in color, so, or off-white in color. So over there, the hand which is writing on that paper obviously was whiter than that off-white or yellowish paper. So he says it is a fair hand, or a beautiful hand, or a fair hand, and which has written on this paper, and I can recognize it by this handwriting itself. So he is playing on the word hand. Hand is used for hand also, as well as handwriting also. Then Graciano says, love news in faith, that truly it must be a love letter from Jessica, and they know that. So Lancelot says, by your leave, sir. Lancelot saying, I shall take your leave, now I will go. Lorenzo says, where are you going? Lancelot tells, marry, sir, to bid my old master the Jew to sup tonight with my new master the Christian. I am going to invite my old master Shylock to come and have enjoy the feast with my new master, that is Bassanio, the Christian. Lorenzo says, hold here, take this. Again he does the same thing with what Jessica had done earlier. उसने भी उसको एक डकेट दिया, and he says, tell gentle Jessica, I will not fail her. Speak it privately. Go to Jessica and tell her that I am not going to disappoint her. मैं उसको निराश नहीं करूँगा. I will come and execute the plan properly, and I am going to come for her. Go, gentlemen. And after this, Lancelot exits. Then Lorenzo tells his own other friends, all those who are there, will you prepare you for this masque tonight? I am provided of a torchbearer. You all can go and make arrangements for the torchbearer and other arrangements required, because I have got myself a torchbearer arranged. That is what he must have got the indication or the information from the letter that Jessica has sent. He has not told it as yet, but later he tells. Salarino says, hey Mary, I'll be gone about it straight. And Salanio says, and so will I. Okay, हम भी जाते हैं arrangement करने. And Salanio says, yes, मैं भी जाता हूँ. At that time, Lorenzo says, meet me and Graciano at Graciano's lodging some hour hence. यहाँ से 1 घंटे के बाद मुझको और Graciano को हमारे को Graciano के घर पे मिलना. And there we will meet. Salarino says, it is good, we do so. Yes, it is a good idea, we should be doing the same. Graciano says, was not that letter from fair Jessica? He is inquiring about it. So Lorenzo tells here in the last speech, I must need tell thee all. She hath directed how I shall take her from her father's house. He says, I feel that I should tell you this, what she has written me the information in this letter, that how I should be coming and taking her from her father's house. What gold and jewels she is furnished with, what pages suit she hath in readiness. She has got all the ducats, silver, gold, everything ready, so that she can take that along with her. And she has also made arrangement for a page's suit, that means a servant's dress, and that is she has kept in ready, and she might be wearing the same. If ever the Jew, her father, come to heaven, it will be for his gentle daughter's sake. If Shylock ever is able to come to the heaven, then it will be only for one reason, that he is father to such a gentle lady, Jessica. It will be for his gentle daughter's sake, and never dare misfortune cross her foot, unless she do it under this excuse, that she is issue to a faithless Jew. And here, contrary, he is saying in the contrast, no misfortune can come to Jessica because she is such a good person, but only under this excuse a misfortune can come and affect her, if the misfortune gives this reason that she is a daughter to a selfish Jew, or a Jew himself, the Shylock. Shylock is basically considered to be the miser and a selfish guy. So if faithless Jew, he's referring, saying, so if misfortune has to attack Jessica, it can only do under this excuse, that she is an issue of a faithless Jew. Come, go with me, pursues this as thou goest. come with me, let's move, and while we are going, on our way, we should use this time reading the letter and the contents and explanations and all that. Fair Jessica shall be my torchbearer. At last he breaks out the information and says, I have decided that Jessica will be my torchbearer, as she is ready with the suit or dress of a uniform of a page boy. And here this scene also comes to an end. So these two short scenes are very interrelated, or you can say are in direct continuation, but it doesn't end here. Next scene we move on, that is also in direct continuation. Let's see. Act 2, Scene 5. So here we move on to Act 2, Scene 5. Once again we are in Venice, and again we are in Shylock's house. Over here we are shown Shylock is now at home, and he is in conversation with Lancelot, who has come to invite him to his new master's feast. Shylock says, well, thou shalt see, thy eyes shall be thy judge, the difference of old Shylock and Bassanio. अब तुम खुद अपने आप डिफरेंस देख लोगे अपने पुराने मास्टर और नए मास्टर के बीच में. तुम्हारी आंखें ही तुम्हारे को जजमेंट करने में मदद करेंगी. What Jessica? Thou shalt not gomadize as thou hast done with me. Then suddenly he shouts for Jessica. What Jessica means? Jessica kahan ho? And then he tells Lancelot, you shall not eat too much. Gomadize means ज़्यादा भर भर के मत खा लेना. And don't overeat as thou you hast done with me. जैसे तुम हमारे घर में यहाँ किया करते थे. What Jessica? Again he shouts, where are you Jessica? तुम कहाँ हो? And sleep and more snore and rend apparel out. Why Jessica? I say. और ज़्यादा सोना नहीं. Don't keep on sleeping and snoring. Be more active and work properly. ऐसे बैठे बैठे अपने कपड़े फाड़ना मत. Don't rend your apparel means वो ऐसे पड़े पड़े खराब ना हो जाएं. Use your time over there. Do some work. Be more fruitful over there. Don't be just like as you were here. Otherwise you will see even tougher time over there in your new master's house. And then one third time he calls for Jessica. Lancelot also calls for Jessica. Where are you Jessica? So Shylock says, who told you to call her? I never told you to call her. Now here Lancelot, just to add to the funny part over here, he says, your worship was wont to tell me that I could do nothing without bidding. You, my master, always used to say कि मैं बिना बोले कुछ काम ही नहीं करता हूँ. So that is why I did. You did not ask me to do it, but I did it because you always had this particular problem with me कि मैं बिना बोले काम ही नहीं करता हूँ. So that is why I called her for you. While this conversation is going on stage, we can see Jessica is there, and as Jessica comes, she says, call you. What is your will? आपने मुझे बुलाया. आपकी क्या इच्छा? आप क्या चाहते हैं? Shylock says, I am bid forth to supper, Jessica. There are my keys, but wherefore should I go? I am not bid for love. They flatter me. He's saying, oh Jessica, I have been invited for the feast tonight. Although there are my keys. Take my keys. Why should I go there? Because they have not invited me because they love me. They have invited me because they want to flatter me. They are just trying to be flatterers. But yet I'll go in hate to feed upon the prodigal Christian. Prodigal Christian, basically prodigal is a term which is used for a person who is spendthrift or who is a bankrupt. It is basically related from a biblical story of a prodigal son who was from a very wealthy father. He was the second son, younger son. He took all his money, all the share he was supposed to get, and he spent it everywhere on different particular, you can say, being a spendthrift. And then once he became bankrupt, he was not able to come back to his father's house because out of shame, and he did not know what to say. But then finally he decided that he'll go to his father's house and stay there as a servant only. But as soon as he returned, he could see that his father was always waiting for him for his return, and his father embraced him and got him back as his own son, and he was very happy to receive him back. So that was the story for another reason. But here we can say the spendthrift nature of the prodigal son has always been mentioned over here in the play as prodigal, and the bankruptcy or the bad condition of the prodigal son is always mentioned as prodigal. So prodigal can be taken both the ways, one who is spendthrift, one who will be a bankrupt. Here he is using for Bassanio. This prodigal means that Bassanio is being spendthrift or lavish in his expenditure. So he says, I will go to the meeting and to the feast out of hatred, to see how that particular spendthrift fellow, Christian Bassanio, spends all the money. Jessica, my girl, look to my house. I am right loath to go. Jessica, my daughter, look after the house very carefully. I am supposed to go over there I am forced to go over there. There is some ill a-brewing towards my rest, for I did dream of money bags tonight. He is being superstitious and he says, मुझे अंदर से कुछ feeling आ रही कि कुछ गलत होने वाला है, because I had a dream of money bags. It was considered having a dream of money bags was an evil omen. कुछ गलत होने वाला है. So that is why he is saying कि I had a dream of money bags, so I feel that something bad is going to happen. Lancelot says, I beseech you, sir, go. My young master doth expect your reproach. Now here Lancelot approach को फिर से गलत word में use करके reproach बोलते हैं, that is shouting and scolding, so of being angry. So he says, come sir, my young master is waiting for your approach, but he says it as reproach. But Shylock says on that word reproach only, so do I, his. मैं भी उसके गुस्सा करने पे ही वेट कर रहा हूँ कब करे. That is basically he is waiting कि that day should come when he will be able to take the bond or the penalty from Antonio, and when Bassanio will come to know that I am going to take 1 pound of flesh, he is going to be very angry. He might say different things to Shylock, but that is what he would be liking, and that is what he is saying, I am waiting for that reproach only. Here he does not say it clearly, but he means that. So Lancelot after that says, here in this speech he is commenting on very inconsistent things he is saying, and just commenting on the superstitious nature of Shylock. He says, and they have conspired together. This is quite you can say dramatic irony, because Lancelot has no idea that they are really having a conspiracy against Shylock, and that is being done by Lorenzo, not by Antonio Bassanio, but Lorenzo is having a conspiracy that he will get his daughter away from his house. So ironically he says that they have conspired together against you. I will not say you shall see a mask, but if you do, then it was not for nothing that my nose fell a bleeding on Black Monday last at 6 o'clock in the morning. Falling out that year on Ash Wednesday was 4 year in the afternoon. In literal terms, I'll tell you, it is basically he says, I won't say that you will have a mask party over there, but if you go there and you see a mask party, then it is all because I have predicted it, because I felt the same as today. I had the nose bleeding, and this it happened earlier when it was Easter Monday. Black Monday is Easter Monday, and in the morning at 6 o'clock it started bleeding, and the same thing happened 4 years ago on Ash Wednesday in the afternoon. Now here if you see the symbolic or the real study of this particular speech, you will find there is no particular relation between these things. They are just basically considered to be ill omens. It was 1306 when in the, you can say Easter Monday, the British army were stuck in a black fog, because of which many of the soldiers died because of cold and frost and other various reasons. So that is why it was called as Black Monday. And Ash Wednesday is basically the beginning of the Lenten season, the Lent season, or the season 40 days before the Easter. And after Easter, then you get all these things. So there is basically a difference of 40 days between Easter Monday as well as the Ash Wednesday. So here they can never be on the same dates, but he is mentioning that also. Basically these are all the various inconsistent comments just to point out the various evil omens by the people, and here he is commenting all those evil omens to show or to ridicule the evil omen Shylock is believing that he had a money or a dream that dream of money bags, so that is why he is going to have something bad happening. So that is why he gives this speech, but you can take it as in literal meaning that you can have a mask party because I predicted it, because I had my nose bleeding on the Easter Monday, and that was in the 6 o'clock, and then I had the similar kind of nose bleeding on the Ash Wednesday when it almost 4 years later, and that time it was in the afternoon. So this is what he means. Shylock is over here quite amazed by the information that there is going to be a mask party. He says, what, are there masks? Hear you me, Jessica. He is amazed that there are masks, so he gives the instructions to Jessica. मेरी बात ध्यान से सुनो. lock up my doors, and when you hear the drum and the wild squealing of the wry-necked fife, clamber not you up to the casements then, nor thrust your head into the public street. जब तुम ऐसा शोर शराबा सुनो तो जल्दी से डोर्स लॉक कर देना. When you hear the drum and the flute and all the other instruments being played and all the foolishness being done over there on the streets, then do not come to the casements. खिड़की के पास मत आना. Do not put out your head out of the window casements to look into the public street at the merrymaking and all the loud squealing and shouting happening over there. To gaze on Christian fools with varnished faces. Why is he saying Christian fools? Because they will be fooling around, they will be dancing and shouting and merrymaking. And varnished faces over here means their faces would be covered. They will be having masks over their faces, so that is why covered faces are called as varnished faces. But stop my house's ears. House's ears are basically the ears of the house are windows. So stop my house's ears means close the windows. I mean my casements, windows. Let not the sound of shallow foppery enter my sober house. Shallow foppery, shallow, all these merrymaking and all these things should not enter my house, which is a decent place. By Jacob's staff, I swear I have no mind of feasting forth tonight. He swears by the staff of Jacob, the biblical character mentioned over here. And he says by his staff, by his stick, the support stick, I can swear by that I have no particular feeling or no particular enthusiasm to go to the feast and enjoy. I don't feel like enjoying it tonight, but I will go. Go you before me, Sarah. Say, I will come. He says, I don't want to go, but still I will go. And then he tells Lancelot, Sarah, you can go ahead of us. Let them know that I will be coming and I will be following you closely. Lancelot after this takes a slight you can say opportunity to talk to Jessica and simply gives her the information. I will go before you, sir. Mistress, look out at window for all this. There will come a Christian by, will be worth of Zeus's eye. So here, remember wherever Shylock used little rhymes, those rhymic words or lines or couplets, they are considered to be important lines. So over here he again uses a particular couplet rhyme, that is, there will be a Christian by, will be worth a Zeus's eye. So here Lancelot is telling that Jessica, you should look outside the window and look for all these Christian fellows' enjoyment and merrymaking, because there will be a Christian fellow who would be coming for you. That means he has passed on the information that Lorenzo is not going to disappoint Jessica. So he says, there will be a young Christian coming who will be worth your eyes or worth your looking. And then Lancelot goes. He says this very swiftly and very quietly so that nobody can hear it. So Shylock asks Jessica, what says that fool of Hagar's offspring, huh? So he says, what is that foolish fellow telling you? What did he say? And then Jessica says, his words were, farewell mistress, nothing else. He says, oh, he was not saying anything. He was just simply saying goodbye to me. He was just bidding farewell to me. Shylock says, the patch is kind enough. Over here, the patch means the fool or the simple fellow was kind enough, but a huge feeder. He used to eat a lot. Snail slow in profit, and he sleeps by the day more than wild cat. He used to work very slowly without any snail slow in profit means no proper use. He used to do the work very slowly, and moreover he sleeps so much, even more than the wild cats. Wild cats, the lion tiger sleeps somewhere around 16 to 18 hours a day. So he's saying that he sleeps more. He used to sleep more than them. Drones hive not with me. Such lazy or idle people do not live me. They cannot live with me. I don't want them to be with me. Therefore I part with him, and part with him to one that I would have him help to waste his borrowed purse. And इसलिए मैंने उसको अपने पास से हटा दिया, और हटा के किसके पास भेज दिया? उसके पास जिसको वो सारा का सारा उसका उधार लिया हुआ borrowed money जो है वेस्ट करने में मदद करेगा. That means obviously Bassanio is a spendthrift, and this particular Lancelot is going to help him waste money even quickly, because he is a very unprofitable servant. Well, Jessica, go in. Perhaps I will return immediately. He says, Jessica, you should go fast inside, and I will try to return as quickly as possible. Do as I bid you. Shut doors after you. जैसे मैंने तुम्हें बताया वैसे ही करो. As you go inside, just lock the doors, close the doors and lock them so that you are locked inside and my house is safe. Fast bind, fast find, a proverb never stale in thrifty mind. Over here he says you should, as you go inside, जल्दी से मेरे घर को बंद कर देना. The saying is फास्ट बाइंड फास्ट फाइंड. जो एक चीज को बड़े आराम से, बड़े जल्दी एकदम से बांध के, संभाल के, सिक्योरली कहीं रख देता है, उनको वो चीज बड़ी जल्दी आसानी से मिल भी जाती है. दैट इज वाई ऑल माई थिंग्स, ऑल माई वैल्यूबल थिंग्स इनसाइड द हाउस, अगर तुम उनको अच्छे से बंद करके रख दोगी तो मेरे को वापस लौट के वो वहीं पे वैसे ही अच्छे से मिलेंगी, सेफ एंड सिक्योर. आयरॉनिकल थिंग इज कि वो उसी चोर को उस घर की रक्षा करने के लिए बोल रहा है जो अभी थोड़ी देर बाद वो सारी चीजें लेके वहां से भाग जाएगी. सो दैट इज ड्रामेटिक आयरनी ओवर हियर. Jessica, after this, Sherlock goes and Jessica says, "Farewell, and if my fortune be not crossed, I have a father, you a daughter lost." Farewell. After that, a simple, very small soliloquy. She says, अगर मेरी किस्मत ने साथ दिया तो आज के बाद से I will have my father lost forever and you will have your daughter lost forever. And that is how we are given a proper assurance that it is a full-fledged final plan that Jessica is going to run away with Lorenzo. So with this, the scene comes to an end. We have done Act 2, Scene 3, 4 and 5. Next scenes we will be doing in the coming up video. With this, we come to the end of the video.